Have you ever thought about being a farmer, or you want to be a farmer, you just don't know where to start, or you don't think it's possible because your family's not farmers or anything of that nature? If that's the case, this is the channel you want to watch. I'm out here at my house working on one of my little shelter sheds for the cattle. Had a big pigweed grow underneath it, and the stalk pushed the wall out. I'm gonna throw some screws in it, and then we're gonna go do some farm chores. Nothing to it but to do it. So-and-so Farms started out as an idea between me and Shane a few years back. We decided we wanted to chase a dream. We knew it was going to be hard, but we had our minds made up, and we thought 2 people trying to do it was better than 1. We spent our lives working together on farms, and 3 years later, here we are in our 3rd crop, and things have been pretty exciting. Really, to make that dream happen, we had to find some ground to rent, some equipment to use, and extra time in our schedule. We were both working full-time jobs. I still do. And Shane is full-time on the farm. He had a health scare last year, and kind of sidelined him from his railroad job, so he's home farming full-time now, and I'm still working at the dealership. But we just got started looking for ground, and met a banker at Farm Credit who took a chance on us and helped us get going, and we've just grown it from there. We try to do everything we say we're going to do to the bankers and the landlords, and just try not to let anybody outwork us. One day, Shane and I are going to sit down and do a question and answer kind of explanatory video of where we're at and how we got here. But today we're going to jump onto some chores. We have sold one of our older hopper bottoms and bought one that we believe is a little better. We're going to go pick that hopper bottom up, deposit the check from the one we sold, and I've got the corn header hooked up to the combine. I've got the grain cart hooked up to the 8335. We're going to start going through those things because we're a few weeks out from harvesting corn, and I don't want to be scrambling around last minute. I like the days where I get to ride my side-by-side, catching the breeze in the morning. But by the time afternoon gets here, I'll be in the truck with air conditioner. I'm gonna run down here and check this row rice. Dryland beans are really coming along. We've caught a couple little pop-up showers. Our row rice is starting to head, as you can see. Lighter green through there. This was first year we grew row rice, and we've been really pleased with it. The maintenance is a lot less. You don't have to mess with levees and levee gates. You just plant the crop, roll the poly pipe out, and water it. There's some debate back and forth between everybody about yield and expense and stuff like that. There's a lot to be said both ways. The yield probably does take a little hit. We're going to find out this year. But you're not tearing up tractors, tearing down levees, wallering in the mud. You can dry this up and cut it like a bean field. So we're going to see this year, and then we'll make our decision next year on how much row rice we plant. It is super humid today. I came down the road from the shop about 8 miles and picked up this trailer we bought. It's an older Tempty Super Hopper, but it was better than what we had. It was an upgrade. And the guys that we're getting this from, the same people we got our Volvo from. So we know it's been taken care of. May need a tire or two, but really nothing serious. They do good maintenance, so I'm comfortable with that. We're gonna go ahead and haul it back over to the shop, look it over. Well, we got her home. Like I said, it's a little bit of an older trailer, but the biggest thing is our old trailer had the Dayton wheels, the two-piece wheels, and this one don't. It's got good hoppers, good bearings in the hoppers. Like we may need to get a little welding done down there. Nothing too major. These old trailers are going to have their blemishes, but like I said, most importantly, wheels are going to be easier to deal with. Tires are going to be easier to deal with. It's got pretty decent tires on it. Like I said, those guys take care of stuff. Probably wash it up, paint it up a little bit, and it's new to us. So we've got this trailer and another trailer that are pretty decent that we can haul up and down the road with, and that's all we really need. Then we got the little Volvo and the old steel trailer kind of for local running. Anyway, I'm gonna let this thing run and charge up. The battery was dead. Me and Cooper are doing a little mowing around the cornfields here. Kind of see where we stand on the corn. We're not going to get too involved today with the mowing, just kind of knock the roads down just to keep the water guys, Shane and Matt, from having to blow through weeds and plug the radiators up. That's what we got going now, just a little routine maintenance on the field roads, and then we'll go grab another chore. Try to clean up into these edges a little bit. Cooper and I got done bush hogging what we were going to bush hog. That tractor air conditioner is getting a little weak, so we're going to run and get some Freon and put in that. Matt is starting one of the row rice fields, and I'm probably going to have him bush hog some today. This will be our last little round of bush hog, and everything we mowed on previous videos has already grown up 2 feet tall again. So this time we're just going to, instead of mowing down in the ditch banks and all that, we'll just run over the top of the field roads just to get the driving surfaces knocked down. That way, comes time for us to get in there with combines and semis and grain carts, we see where we're going. We don't want to be running into risers and drain pipes and stuff like that, so just kind of want to keep it tidied up around your edges of your fields. Out here at the corn, it's been dry for 4 or 5 days. We're going to give this a shot of water. Switched it to that setting. Going to fire the old power unit up. Check some oil real quick. We're good. Return line is in the tank. Key on. We'll see how to do this. I've got to hold the switch, start it at the same time. Set my stand up here. And just ease it in gear. Tighten this fuel line real quick. The trusty John Deere toolbox. Ta-da. tight already. Only putting about 50 gallons of fuel in here. Doesn't take very much to water this corn. Anyhow, we're going to move over to the next power unit and get it going. Alright, let's go over to the next power unit and get it going. This motor could prove to be a little trickier. I'm going to open this setting because this was the first setting we watered. The other was the second setting, so I don't want to water it first and this second because that puts more days in between this one getting a drink. I think they said this motor I might have to jump the starter over it. I'm going to check it. Braxton are on the bush hogging tractor again. We've been running errands and starting power units. We had, I don't know, we've just been shuffling equipment around. Had to run down south and get some parts for Matt that he needed. One of our power units, the alternator went out, so we went after one of those for him. Just kind of bouncing all over the place, doing odd jobs. Seems like we do a lot of that. Pretty much you got to have one person full time just running around chasing parts and all that stuff. We got some of this farm earlier, but we're going to circle around and get some parts that haven't been mowed yet. I think that's going to be it for today. I'm getting hungry. Braxton and I want to go spend some time together. I'm going to show you some of these late beans that I planted here. This was one of the fields we thought we were going to run corrections on and ended up planting it last minute. They look pretty good. I didn't do anything to these beans other than come out here, bed it up, plant it, killed behind it. And they really look pretty good. And they're loaded up with blooms. A good consistent stand. This farm has some holes in it, that's why we need to run corrections, but you can see kind of where the beans are dying. They're a little bit yellow there where they hold water, but other than that, I mean, this is about the best you can ask for, especially planting them as late as we did and as dry as it's been. It's like the water is just now making it to this end. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that, or never been on this end of that. Well, you know, we water from the top end. It's just now trickling through down here on this end. But that's how you see how we irrigate. Every 60 inches. This row hasn't quite made it. This row's made it, and this row's made it. So we're getting here just about the time that it's all making it down here. Beans are getting a drink. They'll bush up here, and like I said, we're getting close to harvest season. Not so much for the beans as much as the corn and the rice, but anyway, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and we're going to catch you on the next one.